I've tried other chalks, but perfect chalk for players of all levels.
Scorpion chalk is the best tool for players looking to elevate their game.
Uniting players worldwide. Get your hands on the Scorpion Chalk. Elevate your game. The Scorpion Chalk. Precision, performance, passion.
The perfect chalk for players of all levels.
Scorpion chalk is the best tool for players looking to elevate their game.
Scorpion chalk is the best chalk, trust me.
The Scorpion Chalk. uniting players worldwide. Get your hands on the Scorpion Chalk. Elevate your game. The Scorpion Chalk. Precision, performance, passion.
Perfect chalk for players of all levels.
Scorpion chalk is the best tool.
Precision, performance, passion. In a game of skill and precision, every detail matters.
The right chalk makes
uniting players worldwide. Get your hands on the Scorpion Chalk. Elevate your game. The Scorpion Chalk. Precision, performance, passion. Performance, passion. Elevate your game. The Scorpion Chalk. Precision, performance, passion. Passion. In a game of skill and precision, every detail matters.
The right chalk makes all the difference.
Introducing the Scorpion Chalk.
Cassiem Abrams. Once again, just a reminder, once the player is in progress or is on the table, please let us not make any noises. Allow the player to concentrate on his shot. Kindly note, the race match is race 15. Referee, if there are any, may comment.
A very good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Priscilla Prista Voice. This is a race between Cassiem Abrahams and Caesar Chandiga. Uh, get and Cassiem is a very active, very, very talented. I hope you enjoy the show. Promising two very good players. We have the best man with the first frame. So after when you like Caesar to break first, so he will be breaking all odd numbered frames and even number frames. Cassiem has just managed to make one defensively. It's not a very good round. So easy to close table. So he's decided to play it safe. Caesar is attacking away here, having opted to close table on the reds. He has 4 reds to go. One good long range pot to the top left corner of your screen should do. And he'll be on his way to a clearance. Fortunate mess up there by Caesar. Cassiem is back on the table now. Cassiem attacking away, well on his way to clear the table. 4 yellow to go now. Good queuing. Very good management and position there. Small cut in the yellow should give him very good position. Likely for the next 2 yellows near center. And then the black. I guess a little too much movement there on the cue ball, but he can still manage it. Cue ball may have to bounce again back on the right side of the table there on the short rail and come back again near center. Ooh, what an unfortunate miss. Careful not to scratch. That was close. Almost scratched it. It's just all right. Will Caesar clear? Will Cassiem be punished for that mistake? Caesar taking away down to one last red here. Maybe he'll allow the cue ball to just tap off the black a little, pushing it a little more out of the cushion to make a better position for a pot. Oh, he tried to push it a little closer to center. Is it close enough? Should be. Should be able to cut it. Ooh, unfortunately. And a chance back to Cassiem. He can decide to snooker here. Just to try and get a free shot and a visit, perhaps to try and better free the yellow closest to the black to put it in a more desirable position for himself. If you snooker here, easy to escape, though the not position has landed. You could try and cut it to the top right corner of your screen. And let's see white ball lands thereafter. It's crunch time. It's do or die. He cannot afford to miss here. Oh, if you have a combination shot and left an easy shot for Caesar, who wants to now equalize and make it a 1-1. It's a race to 15, remember? Because Abrahams versus a Caesar Chan. Well done then. 1-1 now. And a race to 15. It's really good. Any direction. Game. Both are fine players. Very good attackers generally. Let's see how it goes. Good break there by Caesar, managing to break in pot of one red there. His first break earlier in frame number 1 was a dry break. And now he managed to break in pot, but will he clear? Let's see. One ball at a time. He's working his magic on the yellows. Let's read English there to control the movement of the cue ball. Very well played. there, using one of the reds there to control movement of the white. Down the side to go, then one top short rail, a beautiful drawback is made. Position for the yellow. Crazy one. Where the yellow is, go for a long range pot, just right. Right now for the one last yellow, it looks easy enough in the natural position for the black. Will this be the first green apple, the first break dish of the day? Delivered by Ceasar. Did it is a great green apple. It's 2-1. It's a race. Thank you for joining us all. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for several days ahead of us with lots of entertainment lined up, lots of good shots, amazing players. 2-1 in favor of Caesar. Frame number 4 about to commence. By Cassiem, in terms of managing to break in pot. Cue ball position not so lovely. If he wants the yellows, though, he could go for the reds. They're not bad at all. And he is gunning for the reds, it seems. And reds. Table closed. There, where the cue ball ended up. Let's see what plan can be made. He's thinking hard. Easy takeoff. I'm sure, I have a feeling he wanted the ball in short rail at the bottom. Nevertheless, it's still a legal shot, at the very least. He did not commit a foul. Ceasar in command of the yellows. Seeing good positioning. Bad position there. Too much movement on the cue ball. Three yellows to go here. Ceasar. He looks very composed. They both are. Looking very confident up for the task. Lovely. Lovely cue ball control. Just a bit of a backspin. Should make good position for the last yellow. Or even, okay, a gentle roll. just right. One yellow. And it's down. You managed to clear this frame in its first set. Well done. The black is down, and it is early days. Anything you can fight. Only frames that separate the two. So anything can happen. More frames down. Let's see how it goes. These are so far. This dry as well. Then is first. He managed to break and part. Let's go for the yellows. And definitely will be gunning for a break and dish here. All balls are nicely in space. No troublesome balls. Should be able to work his magic. Top left pocket first, maybe center, working his way down to the bottom of the table before the black. You need to be a quick frame. Done it one time. Caesar makes a no mistake, that is. Interesting pattern. I thought you'd have wanted to go for center. These two at the bottom. Nevertheless, right, he was leaving it for his cue ball to make good position for the black. In the last instance, well done. And he's down to black. And record his. He continues to cruise on. He looks hyped up, seriously poised for that win. He means serious business. Cassiem can pull back. With one visit, so they start to take away anything from the scene. Frame number 6, Cassiem. Right. You were pretty good. I reckon reds are looking a lot better. For instance, but what will he go for? Confident enough with closing table on the reds. Let's see. Right, he's gone for the yellow. Yellow could. Can he clear? I typically try and clear. Let's try and record his first break and run. If yellow's on the table, yeah, just a few whites. Trick. Pot center, not too hard, and center the other side of the center. The other ball. Oh, right. Movement for that center. Yellow bulk. And then possibly go back for that center pot, the top center. That's if he has a very clear path for that yellow in bulk. Make it to the bottom of the pocket. He could just make it. Let's see. Well done, he's made it now. Last on the right hand side of the lovely play. I have a feeling he didn't mean for the cue ball to so far. He maybe have meant to pot at the top right corner pocket next. I think cue ball position here is going to be quite difficult for the last yellow, but not a bad plan. Just needs to perfect it. Cue ball might just handle its own path there naturally to make a position for black to center. He just needs to make sure he gets the part. Needs to get got it. Caesar's back on the table. Cassiem failed to record his green apple there, and I'm certain Caesar was about a snooker here. And a snooker loaded successfully. And I like how these players sometimes, or generally, when they snooker, they don't just snooker for the sake of snookering. They always try to make sure they leave you with a difficult angle to escape from. That's what Caesar's done here. It's not very easy to get that ball, judging from the placement of all those reds and stuff, and where the ball is right now. It is a difficult snooker to escape. Angle very difficult to calculate. Let's see how he does it. If he gets the ball, I'm sure it'll be in. It'll be black. It may spell trouble for him. Like, could forget that. It was a angle. Got it. Still not out of the way. Doesn't have a clear clear. Doesn't make some calculations all over again. Okay, he didn't manage to get the black first, and that's a foul. Free shot and a visit for Caesar. Will he maximize? How will he handle this free shot and visit that he's been given? Yeah, a lot of average players like myself, actually, I'm way below average, would opt to snooker once again at some point. Not confident enough in clearing this, but these are the big boys. Cassiem and Ceasar are regarded as one of the elite players that we have, top-rated players from their respective regions or countries, rather. It's Uganda and South Africa. They're usually good when it comes to the attack. All right, Caesar most likely wants to use that ball to develop the other while playing white for the next shot in block. Good thinking and good execution too. Little cluster of balls. Let's see. I hope it doesn't give him too much trouble. He could develop it, or he could snook it again. On. He tried. Well done there. Cassiem grabbed it. 50. It's promising to be exciting. So I'm very seeing already from these two. What a lovely, lovely game we're seeing here. Unfortunate foul there on the break as the cue ball jumped out of the table. Free shot and a visit on an open table for Cassiem. Will you pull back another frame to further narrow the gap? Good attack there. Cue ball management. Cassiem works in parts. He's yet to deliver a break. His break seems so, but I think it's easier to pattern with the yellows here, starting with the bottom left corner of the table there and working your magic. Okay, he's gone for red. He has someone else. Good defensive. Caesar to get a clear shot on the red there that he could space as it's currently blocked off. Rather to produce uh, he left for Cassiem. Alive from 4-1 down. 4 again. Yeah. Very impressive. Well done. Down. It is now. It's been quite a fight. Putting 5-4 it is now in favor of Cassiem Abrahams. He just narrowly missed a break and run there. After failing to pot in center, Ceasar also failed to punish him for that. He snookered, manages to get his ball and snookers right back. Good shot there from Cassiem. It's 5-4. If you've just joined us, 5-4 in a race to 15 with Cassiem in the lead. Cassiem Abrahams, the Cape Townian star, versus Ceasar Chandiga, aka the Scorpion, the star from East Africa. Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. Will Ceasar manage to escape? Most likely. Potting though would be very difficult. Tried to snooker right back, didn't manage to. I think there's a small piece of that red near center that is visible to Cassiem. Cutting it though into center is very difficult, making a pot there. Let's see how he handles it. He's taking his time to focus. And unfortunately, he failed. He was wanting to cut the thin into center. And Ceasar is back in business. With a free shot and a visit there. It's actually the first foul of this match, aside from the foul breaks. There was one foul break earlier by Ceasar. This is the first foul during a frame. So far, though, Ceasar has been not doing as well as Cassiem has, as far as the break is concerned. Ceasar has suffered 2 dry breaks and 1 foul break. Cassiem, all his breaks so far have been good, where he has managed to break in pot each time. Ceasar is now down to the black, looking to equalize again. Cassiem won the first frame of the day. Ceasar then won 4 straight frames to make it 4-1. Cassiem then responded with another 4 frames straight as well to make it 5-4. Now it's 5-5. Looks like blow for blow at the moment. No one overpowering the other. It's really any man's game. 5-5 in a race to 15. Either player needs 10 now. Still a long way away. We're not halfway down with this match. May the best man win. And may Paul also be the winner. Entertaining match indeed. Frame number 11 set to commence with Ceasar breaking. Good break there from Ceasar. The third time he's managed to break in pot. He's gunning for the yellows there. Will it be a break and run? Should not be too difficult. Players of this caliber, usually a layout like this is usually cleared with one visit. Let's see, one ball at a time. He attacks away. Very quick potting. Liking the precision as well. The crowd is disciplined. Good ambience. And thank you all for joining us. Thank you for your delightful company. Thank you for supporting Atta. Keep on keeping on. Will this be another break and run from Ceasar, a green apple? He's given us 2 so far, and 1 red apple. So far, Cassiem has not managed any green apple. That's a break and run. He's managed 1 reverse run. 3 yellows to go now for Ceasar. Should be able to pot with ease. The bottom right, then the top right. And lastly, the 1 remaining yellow. Well done there. He's down to the black. 1 good long range pot. And it's done. 6-5. Ceasar in the lead once again. 11 frames down. Out of a possible 29 if we get to see a decider. Well done there. From a green apple from Ceasar it is. Frame number 12. Cassiem manages there to break and pot 1 yellow. Looks like he's gunning for the red. 1 good long range pot. Maybe he's a bit hesitant. But his potting skills are generally good. Let's see what he decides on doing here. Long range pot it is. Carefully planning as well, going around the table. Perfection takes time. It's blow for blow here. It's definitely exciting. Well done. He's very confident in his skills, in his potting skills. Could go combination there, combination shot with the 2 reds gunning for the bottom left corner pocket. He could go center. A couple of options available to him. Let's see how he plays out his pattern. He's going for the long range pots first, so right. Shows a lot of confidence in him. Although ideally, I think he should have gone for a closer ball. Controlling and managing a cue ball, I think, with these long-range shots is a lot harder. Looking at the position here of the cue ball, it's the eventual position of the cue ball is less predictable. With some of these long-range shots, let's see how he handles it. I tip him to try and clear and give us his first break and run. Unfortunately, there he failed to make that pot to center, probably largely owing to the distance between the cue ball and the object ball he went for there. Chance to Ceasar, his first visit of this frame. And he fails to pot. Almost fluked there. Can Cassiem manage a good takeoff? Most likely with those two gunning for the bottom left corner pocket, which I really do think he should have gone for earlier. On the second shot, the earlier visit. He got the angle a bit wrong. Chance back again to Ceasar. Yet another chance for Cassiem, though a very difficult layout here, especially because of those two reds closest to the black that are likely gunning for the top right corner pocket. It's a very difficult frame for him to clear. Let's see what magic he can pull off here. Clearance is very difficult, and if he messes it up, chances are high that this time Ceasar may clear. The yellows are looking pretty good. Very well done, that combination shot. Very precise as well. He's still not out of the woods. Still a difficult task ahead of him. Looks like a foul there. Looks like he didn't manage to legalize one of the red balls there. I think possibly Ceasar had intended on actually getting that red ball to drop there. This will be the second foul committed during the frame. Foul by Cassiem. This clearance shouldn't be too difficult now. One ball at a time, he attacks away with 4 yellows remaining now. Down to the one last yellow to center. Well played. A relatively easy black for him, which he normally pots with ease. And further extends his lead. 7-5 it is. Well done to Caesar there with a beautiful clearance. 12 frames down. Still quite a bit of a long way to go here. It's any man's game. Both players look very calm, composed, and eager. May the best man win. A break and pot there by Caesar. I think he's improving a little on his breaks here. Four times he's managed to break and pot. Just 2 other times was a dry break and 1 foul break, but not too bad on the breaks. He attacks away. Yellows it is. Three yellows remain here. Well, 2 now. Nice and steady queuing we see here. He's likely to deliver his 4th break and run here. Shouldn't be too difficult. Pot at the bottom left corner pocket. And maybe center pocket last. Ooh. I spoke too soon. They call it the commentator's curse. Unfortunately, a miss for Caesar and a chance for Cassiem. The young lad, Cassiem Abrahams, very eager and very good. Attacking away on his 5 reds, I tip him to try and clear. And let's see. He needs to make sure in order to not allow the gap between the two to get too big. Fortunate miss there by Cassiem and chance back to Caesar. 1 good pot at the bottom left should give him natural position for the last yellow in the cushion there along the short rail. Just needs to be careful, take his time, Aim and pot. Between them. Not another chance to Cassiem. These players have been giving each other too many chances in this frame. Generally, they do not. A chance is a chance, and Cassiem is back in the grind. Unfortunate miss. Yet another chance for Caesar. I think this is the most number of chances they've given each other in any frame. Lovely. Good stuff there by Caesar. Nice top spin there, potting to center. On down to the black, which looks simple enough. Which he pots again with ease. 8-5. He further extends his lead. 3 frames separate these two players now. It's on. "13 frames down already out of a possible 29. It's a race to 15 or best 29. Cassiem should be breaking next. Let's see. I tip him to try and go for a break and run. He's yet to give one. Caesar has already delivered 3 of those and 1 red apple. Cassiem has only given us 1 red apple. To be good for him if he manages to, in order to try and reduce the gap before it gets too big. He's just stepped out for a minute. He will be back shortly. Frame number 14 with a good break there, managing to break and pot. Not a very good layout of balls there. Too many clustered together. Quite a bit of work he needs to do here. But reds it is. Can he work his magic? Most difficult ball would be the one next to the black ball. But it's nothing a cannon cannot solve, I'm sure. He's going defensive. Not a very good defense there. He left too big a gap between the red object ball there and the corner pocket. Caesar's ball can easily squeeze through if he wants it to. Nevertheless, it's still a tricky frame for either player. Let's see how it goes. Lovely play there. Good clearance. Caesar now leads 8-5. Exciting show. Sorry, my bad. Did I say 8-5? 9-5 it is now in favor of Caesar. With 14 frames down out of a possible 29. Still not yet halfway. It's an exciting show. It was blow for blow earlier when we saw Cassiem winning the first frame of the match. Caesar then pulled back 4 straight frames to lead 4-1. Then Cassiem managed to catch up and overtake, making it 5-4. Then it was blow for blow for the next 2-3 frames, and now Caesar leads 9-5. Not too bad a break there by Caesar, managing a pot to break and pot. 1 yellow open table it is, yellows or reds. Bit of a confusing or tricky layout. What would he go for? Maybe yellows? There's also 1 yellow blocked off at the top left corner of your screen. But I'm sure it's nothing a skill shot cannot take care of. Nevertheless, he's gone for the reds. Let's see if he can clear. Snooker loading most likely. Yes, he is snookered. Not the easiest of angles, but let's see how he decides to play this one out. He needs to make sure he avoids a foul here. And that he does. Narrowly missed the potting angle too. But that precious touch was, I suppose, is good enough. Cassiem trying to defend here, but it might not be good enough. He didn't block off the part of the cue ball to those 2 reds. When Caesar gets to them, he can still pull off a clearance here. 3 reds to go. He could clear this. Maybe the cue ball moved a little too much. Maybe it's just right. He just needs to get the angle right so he can squeeze past those yellows to have view of his reds after potting center. Cue ball needs to move to the left. Small margin of error here, unless it decides to pot in the corner pocket first, where those 2 lie. But at the center would be a good idea still, but just make sure he gets his cue ball position right. Somewhere near the black ball is where he should land. And then he cuts those last 2 red balls. Lovely play. Taking the yellow out of the way and making sure he's safely and not snookered. 1 red to go. Lovely. And the black is down. 10-5 it is. Caesar has 10. Cassiem has half that and needs 10. While Caesar needs half that. It's getting tense in here. It's crunch time, 15 frames down. Cassiem needs to work his magic here in order to pull back. Still some time to recover. He needs to engage a handbrake here on the scorpion, or the scorpion's venom proved too strong. Let's see, frame number 16. Let's see how Cassiem does on his break and a clearance as well. Yet another good break there by Cassiem. Cassiem is yet to suffer a dry break. He seems to be doing very well, exceptionally well with his breaks, but his clearance have him found wanting here. He needs to improve on something with his clearances, take more aim, take his time, plan better, and execute better. Get it do it this time, and maybe finally deliver a green apple. Good job there attacking on the yellows. I tip him to try and clear. For his sake, I hope it clears this in order to not let any pressure mount on him. 5 yellows to go. Maybe pot at the top center pocket, then the bottom right. Maybe let's see how he plans this pattern out. If he fails to, he may be ruthlessly punished. Oh, good thinking there. Not a bad plan at all. He can now go for that yellow near the back and then center next. Or alternatively, start at the right-hand side of the table, then end with this left side with this keyword before black, maybe being the yellow for center, making good position for black. Possibly how he's planning it out. Let's see. Good drawback and potting. Good position to make a nice finish. He's been found wanting on some of his finishes. You would have expected him to clear, record an apple, then something goes wrong. For his sake here, I hope nothing does go wrong. I hope he does not snooker himself. Maybe needs to avoid having the cube will kiss off that red near center. Well done. He's got very good position for the black. Good position there. Which he pots. Finally records a break and run. 10-6 it is. He's working hard to pull off a recovery here. Takes a sip of water. Well, he deserves that. A lot of thinking went into that and planning, and very well executed it was. Let's see how Caesar does here. This would be Caesar's third dry break of this encounter. Can Cassiem manage to maximize? Unfortunately, he just narrowly failed to make that part. Chance back to Caesar. Both class of balls are nicely open there in open play. For Caesar to make a choice, the reds or yellows. Maybe yellow's a bit better positioned. But who knows? These players have a mind of their own. Let's see what he decides to do. Good attack there by Caesar. Nicely working his magic on the reds. Exciting show. Lots more exciting action lined up in store for you. Be sure to join us again later as we get to witness a nice and long battle between Caesar Chandiga and Marcelino James. Tomorrow there'll be a four-man comp and several other matches still lined up for you for the next several number of days. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following Atta. Please continue supporting and rallying behind your own. Good shot there. Well done. 11-6 it is. 5-frame gap between these two. With 17 frames down, I'm sure we've passed the halfway mark. Out of a total possible 29 frames. Cassiem set to break next. Dry break there by Cassiem. His first dry break of the day. Very confusing layout of balls there. There's a lot of work he'd need to do here to clear this in one shot. Very difficult. But will he decide to clear or be on the defense? It's gone for the red class of balls, which I think is just as tricky as the yellows. Good long range putting. One at a time. He works his magic. Good potting. Didn't quite achieve his goal there. He wanted to open up those two reds. The two reds that would be closest to the black. Maybe he'll turn this into a tactical frame. Maybe letting go on that attempt to deliver a red apple. Tried again, managed to release one, but the other is still nice and firmly locked up. Still quite a bit of trouble for him there. Let's see. 3 reds to go. Caesar failed at apple. The red apple would have been his second red apple of the match had he managed to. They've both given us 1 red apple each. Caesar has given us 3 green apples, while Cassiem has given 1. Generally, they're not so bad with their breaks, so Caesar fouled once on the break shot. Cassiem hasn't fouled on the break shot, but fouled twice during a frame. They're not doing too bad at all. Good defensive play from Cassiem. It's a very confusing layout here. He just decided to try and go for opening up his ball, just maybe into open space. Free play there. Taking his time to think, measure, plot away. Let's see, will he deliver a magical shot? Very well tried. Intention noted there. Wanted to pot and open that up. Doesn't look quite open. Trying to open it up to make a clear path for the bottom right corner pocket. Small gap there, but I'm not sure if it's enough to take the ball to the bottom right corner pocket. The double there, not calculated well enough. He went too wide in it and too soft as well. A chance back to Cassiem Abraham. And Caesar is snookered. Swerve shot loading. Maybe will he get his ball? Yes, he did. Good job there, escaping the snooker. Nicely played there by Cassiem, snookering Caesar once again. A little bit of a swerve should help him escape that, but he might open up some of Cassiem's balls there and paving way for an easier clearance for Cassiem. Almost popped that narrowly missed. Chance to Cassiem. He could snooker yet again if he wishes to. Or he could choose to attack. There's a gap between the corner pocket and Caesar's red object ball there by the bottom right corner pocket, which Cassiem could decide to utilize, maybe. This is not an easy clearance. He needs to work hard. Fortunately for him, he failed that. And a chance back to Caesar it is. onto the black, which even I can pot. And he potted, making it his 12th win. 12-6 it is. Ceasar just needs 3 now to grab the day. Cassiem still needs 9. It's crunch time. It's getting hectic. Cassiem needs to pull a magical comeback here. He needs to pull it off. He needs to engage a handbrake and show us what he's got. He's not doing too bad. Just being overpowered in some instances by Ceasar. But they're both good players. Both proving their worth. Good attack there by Ceasar. After a very good break, breaking and potting. Reds are looking yummy. Can he deliver? Can he clear? I'm sure he definitely plans on. He definitely hopes to do so. Just needs to make sure he gets his position right. It's all about position, position, position. Precision as well. Because what's position without a pot? Bit of a bottom white there. Application. Lovely. Good stuff there. To go for the corner, bottom left corner pocket pot. Hopefully use the yellow to stop the movement of the cue ball to perfectly position himself for the last shot. Unfortunately, didn't quite work out in his favor, but fortunately for Cassiem, he is back in business and I tip him to clear. He needs to really work hard here. The gap has gotten a little too big. To widen the gap between these two. It's crunch time. He's taking his time, thinking and plotting hard. How will he pull this off? Lovely. I like the way he pots those rail shots with such confidence. A lot of below average players or average players wouldn't be able to pull that off so easily. I like the way they make it look so easy. Years and years of practice is what makes them the caliber of players that they are. 4 yellows to go, likely to try and pull off a skill shot there. Bottom left corner pocket just to make his job a little easier. And trying to clear or trying to plan out his shots. Quite tricky here. He's taking his time to think. Skill shot should be on the cards here. Bit of a top spin, then pot center, then bottom right corner pocket. Oh, and lastly, okay. That was unfortunate. He did not manage that skill shot. Free shot in the visit for Caesar. 3 yellows. 3 yellows left here for Cassiem. Fortunately, didn't finish them, and Caesar has cleared. Another frame to Caesar's name is one frame, number 13, inching slowly closer to the end, closer to the finish line, closer to the top of the hill. (13-6) it is, frame number 20. The second consecutive dry break from Cassiem. That was unfortunate. He's only suffered 2 dry breaks this entire match, and they've been consecutive. Most of his breaks have been pretty good, with 8 times where he managed to break in pot. The last 2 breaks have not gone his way. They have favored Caesar, and Caesar has closed table and attacking away. Nice and steady putting there. He has the option to pot a center and then maybe defend off at the top right corner pocket. I think I prefer a defensive shot here, just closing off the pocket there. I think it's a very difficult frame to clear. Oh no, he's going all out. He's confident in his attack, confident in his clearance. Let's see if that confidence pays off. Oh, so far so good. Oh, good stuff. Just like that, a finish is imminent. The crowd claps. Very much impressed by that. Nice spin there. A left side spin on the cue ball. Last red. And in no time, he's down to the black. Maybe give us a second red apple of the match. Indeed, second red apple it is. Nice and confident. Black goes down with a loud thud, asserting his authority at the minute. He's sitting on top of the hill. 14-6 is the scoreline. A whole 8 frames separating the two. Caesar just needs a 1. And Cassiem needs a lot more. He needs 9. Very tall order. But it does happen. It can happen. And maybe not. Let's see. Frame number 21, Caesar will be breaking. Good break in there, Caesar, managing to make a pot. Potting 1 red. Table open. A couple of meetings happening with some balls here. Layout can be confusing to some amateurs like us, but these are the big boys. Nothing confusing at all. He's possibly already mapped out his whole pattern from beginning to end. Let's see. Not the best position there, the cue ball. And those two yellows blocking each other's path to the bottom right corner pocket. But there's always plan B. There's always plan B with these players. Maybe pot top right of your screen. Or combination shot to the bottom right. Oh, combination shot, well played. Gotten himself out of the pickle pretty nicely. And he continues. The battle continues. Continues attack, attack, attack it is. What a miss by Caesar. Chance to Cassiem. Cassiem Abrahams. Something he desperately needed. Good shot there. Just enough room for him to pass through, potting to center. Or he could even decide to pot bottom and left corner pocket first. Either or. Center is easier. He's gone for the center. Or reds remain. I tip him to go for it. Tip him to clear here. It's been an exciting show so far. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you've been enjoying it like I am. Lovely. Look at that top spin. And when he does it, when these players do it, it looks so easy. But this comes from years and years of practice and perfection. This is where they're at after all that practice. All the dedication, all the sessions, all the drills. That's why they are the power forces they are today. 3 reds remain. Bit of a drawback with that last red. That red at the bottom left corner pocket. Hopefully he makes good position for the next 2 red on the other half of the table. Not quite comfortable with the close proximity of the cue ball to that yellow object ball there. But then again, that's me. These are big boys. Maybe he can easily cut that red to the bottom right corner pocket while the red closest to center. Okay, the other red rather. He may end with the center pocket pot. I feel his pattern is a little more complicated. But let's see, maybe he can handle this. For his sake, I hope he does. Ooh, that bank shot is a little too wide. Unfortunately for him. Fortunately for Caesar. He decides to attack. And he's on the run. I have a feeling I'd hoped to kick the yellow out a little. But anyway, we can still manage something. Maybe pot. Oh, I don't think that snooker is advisable at all. It's very easy to escape that snooker and very easy to make a pot. He just needs to make sure he escapes it, pots it, but not snooker himself right back. So maybe pot with a little power so the cue ball can give him a good position. Alright, pot. Okay, he's probably opted for a bank shot. Potting that red softly into center. Well, okay, looks like he's measuring for a cut to center. I'm not quite comfortable with it as it leaves the white ball going ranting and raving around the table. I think the position of the white ball eventually is kind of unpredictable as it goes round and around the table. Quite a bit. Okay, he's not going for a pot. Okay. Felt a little stress for him for a minute there. He's gone a bit defensive. This is a very good defensive shot with the below average players That position of the cue ball is very difficult to take off from, but with the big boys, you never know. Crowd goes silent. It's tense, it's crunch time. And he's missed. Turns out to be a good defensive shot after all. Back on his black, which I think he'll pot. Ooh. Or not. Caesar back in business. Caesar playing defensively. Just ensuring he leaves the cue ball in a position that's very difficult for Cassiem to make a pot. It's tricky here. Very tricky for Cassiem. Or if he fails to make a pot, there's a very high chance Caesar may come and clear. Oh, and he misses it. He wanted to cut that black thin. Unfortunately, he missed it. And it's a free shot and a visit for Caesar, who I think will develop the black first. Just making a position for the next two yellows, bringing the cue ball closer while developing the black and likely to clear. It's down to the last two. I think your guess is only as good as mine here, that it might just be, or most likely is, game down. And game down it is. 15-6 it ends in favor of Caesar Chandiga, aka the Scorpion. Tough luck to Cassiem Abrahams. It was a good run. It was an entertaining show. After a 3
chalk for players of all levels.
Scorpion chalk is the best tool for players looking to elevate their game.
Scorpion chalk is the best chalk